Hey friends, Andrew here, hope you're well. Today I want to show you the best TV setup upgrade for under $150. These new ambient backlights for my TV have added so much depth to my screen and has taken my cinematic experience to the next level. So this is the brand new T2 InVisual lights from Govee, which is the world's very first dual camera color matching TV backlights and a big improvement from the previous generation T1 lights. They're hands down one of the best budget purchases to transform your cinematic TV experience from Netflix and movies to gaming, and it's the ultimate smart lighting piece I now have, and everyone that has come over has been wowed by these. So I'll do a quick unboxing here, set this up together, then I'll show you the Govee patented InVisual tech and how good it looks in action. So these are really unique TV backlights in that they use Govee's InVisual tech to scan the content you're watching to match the colors it sees to project those same colors onto the wall behind your TV. It's done with an external dual camera to sync the LEDs so it works with literally any content displayed on the screen because it doesn't need to rely on a HDMI cable like Philips Ambilight. If you've seen my other videos, I've previously had Philips Hue lights set up behind the TV, which were static, so they didn't dynamically change colors based on the content. So I was really excited to test this out in person, so let's get this all set up. The first thing you'll notice about the InVisual T2 is the new dual camera at about 6 inches, which you can see here sort of looks like a large webcam that points down towards the TV. It's spring loaded with great build quality and thankfully a USB Type-C input. The light strip has a pretty dense number of color beads. There's now 60 RGB-IC light beads every meter, double the amount in the original InVisual T1, which had 30 per meter, so it's going to be really bright. It also has a built-in independent chip, so the lights can display multiple colors at once, not just a single color, and I'll demo this later in the video. We also get a controller box with 3M adhesive tape, but I prefer to use the companion app so I can keep my lazy butt on the couch. Before the setup, I just removed the IKEA and Philips light strips behind the TV I previously mounted. Pretty happy about removing and replacing these. Now let's go ahead and set this up. This was pretty easy to do thanks to the companion app instructions. First thing you want to do is wipe down your TV with a wet wipe to ensure this all sticks properly. I only realized after that wet alcohol wipes are included in the box, which is really handy. Then just follow the light strip installation direction on the app starting at the bottom, remove the tape, then place upwards in a straight line. And even if you don't have a flat back panel on your TV like my LG OLED here, the lighting strip adhesive sticks fine. Then just neatly loop it as you can see here so you don't get any nasty wires from being seen. Then just rinse and repeat until all 4 sides are covered. Mount the camera box behind the TV, then mount the camera aligned in the center of the TV. The placement is pretty important so the entire TV is captured by the camera. You might be concerned about the camera sticking out of your TV, but honestly, in the dark when all the InVisual lights are on and you're watching the content on the TV, you don't see it at all. Now it's set up, let's switch it on, and this looks absolutely awesome already, and the lights are even brighter than I originally expected, but it's about to look even better. The companion app is pretty easy to use, and it's an important part to the InVisual T2 because this is where we calibrate the lights. I personally find it looks best when I set the saturation to about 80% and adjust the white balance using a white image on your TV screen. Then make sure part is turned on to get that really nice visual effect where every section is lit up in a different color based on what's on screen. There's a lot of other things you can do on the app like syncing the lights to music, setting up custom scenes when the TV isn't on, turning on a sleep timer, and even extending the lights to sync with other Govee lights. Okay, let's test this all out properly now. So I'm really amazed with just how good this looks and how fast the lights react to the images on screen and replicate its colors. And these lights aren't even that close to the wall, and I can only imagine how much better this would look if I wall mounted this TV, which I plan to do in the near future. Based on the color wheel, you can see the colors are being extended right onto the walls around the TV, which not only makes the TV seem bigger than it is, but it also draws you into the TV more than the TV could by itself. Even on the random YouTube video I found, the immersion effect is so nice and natural. For a $150 purchase, this is such a big change and elevates the TV space dramatically. All of this is thanks to the ultra-wide 180-degree dual lens for full coverage of the screen and uses an algorithm to match the color and does a great job matching the colors with minimal lag. Moving on to movies and the cinematic experience, and I'm going to go as far as to say you haven't watched home movies until you try pairing it up with this in visual tech. There's just something about seeing the illuminating lightsabers in Star Wars extend into the walls of your living room that pulls you into the Star Wars universe even more, especially during the forest showdown scene between Finn, Rey, and Kylo. Like, holy moly, this looks epic. I also thought the camera might pick up the black letterbox, but it seems smart enough to pick up the actual colors no problem, as you can see here. Really impressive, and this is thanks to the Govee T2 dividing the screen into multiple zones to map them to the backlights. Another scene I had to check out is Tron Legacy's bike scene. The simple white and orange palette is replicated so nicely behind the TV, as you can see here. Also, the darker hues are nicely shown and integrated, so it doesn't look blotchy or anything like that. Those zones are dimmed down. Just a heads up though, in certain movies the backlighting is distracting, but it ultimately comes down to your personal preference. So moving on to gaming now, there's even significant coverage of the wall behind the TV while gaming. Switching over to game mode, the lights react even faster to the content for fast-paced gaming like Mario Kart here. The camera does surprisingly well to keep up with the action on the screen, even when drifting through all sorts of different environments, or slowing down when, you get wrecked by dreaded items. Gotta love, hate Mario Kart. I've tried a number of different games to test these lights out, and they all look amazing no matter what the game is. Another standout is Splatoon 3, simply because there are so many different colors on screen at once. It doesn't just work well with super colorful games like, Cyberpunk and Horizon Forbidden West. They look amazing too, and they're super immersive with these lights. It's just as immersive though for darker, literally darker games like Resident Evil Village for that eerie, moody gaming experience, especially late at night or when it's raining outside. So for $150, this is a really solid and easy TV setup upgrade, especially when we compare it to the older Invisual T1. So compared to the T1, the T2 has a more dense LED light strip. The colors are apparently 40% more accurate. It recognizes the same colors much faster and is significantly brighter to boot. This is thanks to the upgraded LED light strip, of course, and the chipset is upgraded, and then the new dual cameras all work together to enhance its ability to capture and imitate the pixels on the screen. I think Govee has done a really great job here and has really cemented themselves as a feature-packed smart light company for a much more affordable price. For example, the Philips equivalent would set you back $240 for the HDMI sync box, and then almost another $300 for the gradient light strip alone. Govee's doing all of this and more for $150 only. That's an almost 80% discount, so you can forgive its drawback, which is the camera being mounted above the TV rather than going through HDMI natively. I've been absolutely loving these new backlights. I can't wait to mount a new TV in the living room and then set these lights up on the floating setup. It should look pretty amazing. I recommend leaving the lights on game mode after some testing actually. The camera reacts significantly faster in this mode for more accurate color reflection. What do you think of these lights? Also, please let me know what other colorful movies or games I should test on these lights. Thanks to Govee for sponsoring today's video, and if you made it to the very end of this video, drop the code word comment rainbow and I'll give it a like. I'll drop a video on screen here too you might be interested in, which is my new condo, which is converted into a creative studio and office space to work out of, so go check it out. As always, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.